Is Together the best time you'll have in a movie theater this year? That's what everyone seems to be saying.
Well, here's our review. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Together, directed by Michael Shanks, starring Dave Franco and Alison Brie, is headed for wide release next week, but we had the pleasure of seeing an early screening. Was it yesterday or a couple days ago? I can't even remember.
Day before.
Day before? Time is just slipping away.
Flying by.
Here's a quick synopsis.
Years into their relationship, Tim and Millie find themselves at a crossroad as they move to the country. With tensions already flaring, an encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh.
So Together is getting 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
This review might be unpopular.
Yes.
However, if you know us, you know we keep it very, very, very real. Mm-hmm. And the reality is that this movie didn't really live up to all of the hype surrounding it.
I agree 100%. I mean, if it wasn't for all the reviews and content creators already seeing it at festivals earlier and just going on and on about it, saying it was the best film of the year, I don't know. I liked it, but
I liked it. I didn't love it.
Same.
And I think what we should do is talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay.
Let's start with the good.
Okay.
The best thing to come out of Together, in my opinion, was the acting and cohesiveness of the relationship between Alison Brie and James Franco.
Yes.
I thought they did a phenomenal job together. It was extremely natural and very, very believable.
Definitely. And the fact that they're married in real life, you can see the chemistry just oozes on screen. If you've seen the trailer, you obviously know that this is a body horror film. And I will say that the body horror was pretty good. I mean, there was a scene that you didn't like so much, but...
And without giving it away, it was a scene in a cave, and I just thought the imagery was a little, I don't know how to say it. It was not juvenile, but not believable. It almost was like a throwback to one of those 80s horror movies.
Yeah.
And that, where, because everything else was so good with the body horror, mm-hmm. I felt that really took away from all of the other great body horror that was in there.
I'm pretty sure those were practical effects too. And I'm a fan of practical effects. You know, when they go too CGI, for me, that looks really fake. I just like the old school type of latex and blood. And I like that kind of stuff. So for me, that didn't bother me so much. I just thought that we've seen a lot of it before. A lot of the body horror. So that was my only gripe, but I liked it.
Another positive is the storyline. I felt it was somewhat original, mm-hmm. and I was interested in what happened to these characters. Whereas sometimes in movies that I don't really like very much, I kind of tune out with, and I don't care as much about the characters, but I really cared about them and I wanted them to make it.
Yeah.
You know?
I was definitely invested.
I was rooting for them.
There were a couple of jump scares that got us too. And I think we were the only ones that screamed in the theater, but who cares?
And we both screamed, "Oh, Jesus," at the same time. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, but you'll definitely know them when you see them. And those were very effective. So bravo on those jump scares. And there were only a couple, so it wasn't like overkill.
One of my favorite scenes was when Dave Franco was in the shower by himself and he started to, what do you want to call it, like convulse a little bit. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you've actually seen part of that scene in it.
Yeah.
But that was a very intense scene and I really enjoyed it. What was your favorite scene or one of your favorite scenes?
Oh, there is a scene, another bathroom scene, However, it was both Dave Franco and Alison Brie in a bathroom stall. That scene, I laughed, I winced,
Yeah, it was very cringy.
Yes, and even after whatever happened in the bathroom happened, you know, she's out of the bathroom now, and I'm still on edge of my seat.
Yeah, my heart was racing a bit during that scene. It was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? But, you know, so if you hear all of what we've said so far, you're going to think, hey, this is a pretty good movie. But now we're going to get into the bad and the ugly. One of the things that really pissed me off about this is that you saw almost everything that happened in the trailer.
Yes.
It left nothing to the imagination.
Yes.
So I just felt like I watched an extended trailer and I had seen just about all of it.
Absolutely.
And that always makes me angry.
Yeah.
Because I want something to be left to the imagination. And for this, there really wasn't.
You know what? Maybe that's why all the reviewers and content creators liked it, because it was before the trailer even came out. So they didn't see anything.
They were surprised.
Yes.
Yeah. I know that we're probably going to get some hate for this, but also another thing I didn't like about it was where the story turned, the part we talked about, the horror, body horror at the end, where she said she likes the practical effect. But I feel like after that, it started getting very silly to me. And it also started not making a lot of sense. I felt like there were a lot of unanswered questions.
And that's funny that you say that, because they did spoon feed a lot too. Even though we still had questions. They had to spoon feed you though, because there was really going to be no explanation. But sometimes it's better not to know anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It just always makes me very angry when I am that hyped up to go into a movie and the expectations are set up here. The bar is so high. And I go in with these, I don't know, I guess they're unrealistic expectations, because I always feel like I'm a bit let down or disappointed.
Yeah.
So that's it for me.
But again, we're not saying it was a bad film.
No.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's something that you can wait till it starts streaming. I don't feel, unless you're in like the biggest theater with the biggest, rowdiest crowd. I don't know. Our crowd wasn't that rowdy.
No, they weren't. They laughed at some parts, but I mean, I didn't laugh out loud. And oh, that was another thing. I felt like there was this fine line between horror and comedy.
Yes.
And I felt like they could have gone further with either.
Yeah.
I feel like they just scratched the surface on both. And for me, that left me feeling a little bit empty and unsatisfied.
Yeah. Overall, is Together worth watching? For the performances, absolutely. The boldness and the message, definitely. But I don't know, is it for everybody?
If you like your films messy, moody, and emotionally complicated, I think this one might hit for you. But definitely don't expect to walk away with that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Thank you so much for watching our review of Together. Please remember to like
and subscribe.
See you next time.
Bye.